I'm going to be the first one to admit that this long fabled, long talked about Uptober surge that everybody's been discussing has been pretty underwhelming so far. We've not really had a good start to the month here of October. The timing has been a little disappointing, but it's not a question of if a bull run is coming. It's a question of when. And broadly speaking, when you take a wide angle perspective and you take a look at the big macro patterns, it really all does boil down to TA, technical analysis. And right now the TA in this space is actually looking really, really good. Let's start by considering some Bitcoin and altcoin charts, which serve as examples. And a big thanks to Miles Deutscher, who gave us a helping hand. So we have Bitcoin here, which a few days ago, as you may know, broke above 65,000. And then we have this chart representing the altcoin space, which has been ugly for a while. The last 6 months clearly reflect a descending channel, but that is starting to turn around slowly but surely with higher highs. All things considered, we're entering a pretty exciting time right now in Q4, and 2025 also looks to be very promising. As such, we have vetted 4 projects that you should be excited about, that should be on your radar, because when that next gear of the bull market really does kick in, these 4 in particular are lined up to do very, very well. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. I wish you all the best of luck if you choose to invest, sincerely. But whatever, I am not a financial or investment advisor. Just keep that in mind. And also remember that by extension, this video is not official financial or investment advice. The first of the major altcoin pumps we're expecting to see very soon is Bittensor, ticker TAO, T-A-O. With Bittensor, we are firmly in the AI sector. I talked already about Bittensor in this recent Uptober Pump Coins video. Check that one out if you haven't already. Bittensor is making some of the biggest waves that we can observe right now in the AI sector. On the list here of artificial intelligence projects as measured by market cap, Bittensor, ticker again TAO, T-A-O, just recently moved up into the 3rd spot, which is quite an achievement. $3.655 billion is the market cap. If we look here at the last 12 months of performance, the TAO token over that year saw a price increase of no less than 887%. And the bull run hasn't even really kicked off yet. The current price of TAO is down as I record, but still sits at $484 with a $3.65 billion market cap. Out of 21 million TAO tokens, we have 7.3 million that are already in circulation. That's a low percentage, so not a good stat. And we can say, though, it's fair just due to the fact that this is a new project, a P2P marketplace for machine intelligence. Thus, Bittensor's decentralized approach here really does represent an alternative to the centralized and ineffective AI industry. This Altcoin Buzz Spotlight is brought to you by Control, which is one of the best crypto wallets that just went through a major rebrand that you may have never heard of. It used to be known as XDeFi, but now they go by the name of Control. Control as in control of your own finances through self-custody. XDeFi was, for context, already one of the best wallets in crypto, especially for beginners, by the way. They had great benefits like support for more chains than any other wallet. That includes Solana, Bitcoin, Cosmos IBC, and EVM chains, one-click transfers between chains, and amazing NFT support showing all your NFTs, instead of only, of course, showing what you have on each chain. And now they have a great new gas tank feature that lets you pay gas from any chain in USDC or the native XDeFi token. That's XDEFI. Check out why more than 230,000 people agree that this is one of the best wallets in crypto. You can sign up for the Control Mobile Beta wallet by checking out the link that you'll find in the description of this video below. Next up on our list of altcoin pumps for Q4 and beyond is SUI, ticker SUI. And look, I don't want to sound like a broken record here, but SUI is really on this list for all the right reasons. We've been covering SUI a lot lately. It's a token that's just on fire. Despite the recent downtrend that we've seen, SUI is actually weathering that pretty well. And so is its ecosystem, by the way, which is just growing by leaps and bounds. SUI just keeps breaking its all-time high record for TVL, total value locked. After a 73% increase in TVL, it now finds itself back in the 7th spot. That's among all chains with over $1 billion, $1.046 billion in TVL for SUI. It broke that mark just a few days ago, and that represents a major milestone. And that major surge in TVL is attributable to all the projects that have been migrating into Sui's ecosystem. Leading the Sui DeFi charge, we have Navi Protocol, ticker NAVX. Just a few days ago, this was up by 27%. It's actually the leading DeFi project on Sui with about $350 million in TVL. And the NAVX token is up by something like 150% over the last 30 days. Then there's also CETUS, CETUS, which is a DEX, a decentralized exchange. A few days ago, its token was up by 30%. And then similarly, over the last 30 days, it was up by something like 200%. TVL is also up significantly, over 70% in 1 month. Scallop is also part of the ecosystem. Ticker is SCA. It is up by about 200% over the last 30 days, and its TVL is up by 50% over the last month. And then we also have SuiSwap, SSWP, another DEX, which is up by about 200% over the last 30 days. Check out this video if you haven't seen it already. We compare Sui to Solana and discuss how the SUI token seems to be poised right now to have a 2024-2025 that is akin to and parallel to the run that Sol had in 2020 and 2021.
And so if this market pulls back hard under this level and then consolidates and comes back, we're likely to sell and stall.
The next altcoin on this list that we're considering is Mantra, ticker OM. With this one, we're in the RWA sector, real world assets, which of course is one of the most promising crypto sectors. And Mantra takes the number 2 spot in RWA projects as measured by market cap. Mantra's mainnet is about to launch, and right now, if you want, you can qualify for an OM airdrop just by completing some pretty simple testnet tasks. Just keep in mind that since Mantra is a Cosmos ecosystem project, some tasks only work on the Leap wallet. Nevertheless, the OM token itself is an ERC20 token and is available on all the major exchanges. The current price of OM sits right now at $1.24 with a $1.06 billion market cap. And really a nice thing about this token in particular is that almost 100% of the OM token supply is in circulation, meaning there are no more token unlocks. That is great to see. That's solid tokenomics right there. And OM is up by a stunning 6,200% during the last year. Its all-time high was at $1.41, so that's only 12% away from where the current price stands. That was also only 2 months ago. Mantra is a fully compliant project, and when you want to use their platform, it does require a KYC, a Know Your Customer. And although Mantra targets institutions, we, the retailers, can also use the platform if we so choose. Keep an eye out for this one and the OM token and the RWA sector in general, but certainly a promising altcoin. Finally here, last but not least, we're looking at Celestia, ticker TIA, which is a low-float, high FDV tokens, meaning that during their launch, they have a small initial circulating supply. That's the low float. However, their fully diluted valuation, FDV, is high. The float is just the number of tokens in the market that you can trade with. And then you get the FDV, the fully diluted value, when you multiply the current token price with the max supply of tokens. So a large number is locked up. In crypto, this means that once they're available to investors, like VCs, venture capitalists, they may dump them on the market, which can then, of course, influence in a negative way the price of a token. Well, Celestia is such a project, and on the 31st of October, there will be a 175.56 million token unlock of TIA. At the current price of TIA, that is worth $1 billion, which we fully anticipate is going to affect this price negatively. That right now sits at $4.58. It's been doing okay, but certainly its performance has been the weakest over these last 30 days on this list when we compare it to the other projects that we've discussed. Still up, however, over the course of the last month, just kind of marginally so. Its market cap right now is just over $1 billion. However, there is an unlimited token supply. That's never something that we like to see. Still, however, TIA could do well during the run. Its all-time high for reference was in February at $20. That's certainly possible. I could definitely envision a scenario where we get to $20 and beyond for Celestia in this upcoming bull cycle.